Hello everyone, this is Cole Chance from YOGATX, and I have a special video today. We're going to do some back strengthening. I am sending this out to Kat Smith. Thank you for your request, and also my friend Mukesh from India. This is for you. So we're going to do a little bit of back strengthening. I know that we've done some videos for back flexibility, which is very important as well, but for spinal strength and also the muscular, the muscular system back there. You want the strength and the flexibility, and that's the beauty of yoga, is can really combine both of those together. So today we'll focus a little bit more on the strength, some things, the strengthening exercises. And so this you can do all together. If you find just one or two that you like, you can, just do those whenever you have a chance. But I'll kind of lay out several options for you here. Or you could just do the whole series. So we'll go ahead and get started. So let's just start in a seated pose, and we'll just kind of loosen up a little bit before we get going. So let's go ahead and start walking your hands forward, and let's just stretch our spine out and long. So you want to keep your hips down here, but we're going to be stretching out. So walk your fingertips out as far as you can. We're going to kind of light up that back body. You're walking out, but you're also pressing your hips back, so you're pushing away. Good. And walk your hands up. Let's take our right hand to the right mat. Let's stretch up and over. You can stay here as well. Let's take an exhale and roll forward. So round your back. And you want to be reaching out as far as you can here. This will open up this whole side. So on an exhale, we're reaching as far as we can. In an inhale, we're still keeping that really extravagant reach happening, but we're going to open it up. And then exhale, we're reaching low. Maybe forehead to knee even. Inhale, come up. One more time, this is really good. Exhale, round. Inhale, come up. One more time. Exhale. Inhale, rise. And come all the way up. And we'll take a twist here. Just wring that out. And unwind. Let's take that on the other side. So left hand to the mat, right arm up and over. So really reach as far as you can out, reaching towards the corner of the room. And exhale, keep reaching like you're reaching for someone's hand here. Someone's hand you really need. Inhale up. And keep that strength, the reaching out. Inhale, curl. And inhale, reach out. And exhale, curl and round. Inhale. One last time. Down. And inhale up. Go ahead and come up. And take right hand to left knee. Inhale. And twist. Good. Unwind. Let's go ahead and come into cat-cow here. It's a wonderful strengthener and stretcher, back stretcher. Shoulders on your back, over your hands, hips over your knees. We'll inhale, come through. Feel like you're pulling, like you're drawing your hands and your knees here together. Hips up. Exhale, round. Really exaggerate this, stretch that back body out. Inhale, come through. Shoulder blades back, chin up, hips up. Exhale, reverse it.
Belly towards your spine, spine towards the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Big movements. Go ahead and come to center here.
All right, let's take our right arm out, our left leg out. Make sure that your leg is ignited, so we want our foot flexed, our kneecap lifted. So we'll inhale, we'll exhale, pull it all in and come slowly. You don't want to do it just with momentum. You want to do it with strength. So we'll move really slowly. Inhale, foot flexed. Exhale, bring it all in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now see if you can bend your left knee, wrap your arm around to the back and grab your foot. You can stay right here. You can start to kick your foot into your hand. And roll your top shoulder open. You can even bend this arm if you'd like. You're kind of twisting open. Good. And release. Kind of shake it out. Roll your shoulders back. Okay, next side. We'll inhale, it would be left arm, right leg. So everything is ignited. So fingertips spread wide, foot flex, knee up. Inhale, curl. Exhale, straight. You want to go slow. The shaking is good. That's helping those core stability muscles, which is going to keep your back healthy. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, so bend your back knee here. Take our left arm around and see if you can grab your foot. You can start to pull your chest open, so this is a good place to stay. If you can start to kick your foot into your hand, it'll really open up these pecs, which cause a lot of back pain, upper back pain. So wherever you can go here. Go ahead and release. Good. And again, shake that out. Kind of roll your head. Just make some organic movements here. Whatever weird movement is making you feel good. Kind of shake it out. Good. Let's shift forward here and come down to our bellies. We're gonna take a variation of Cobra. Any of these Cobra poses, there's a lot of different variations. Any of these are really good for your low back, but I'll show you a version one of my teachers likes to do. So let's take our hands wide off our mat. Spread your fingertips as wide as you can and go ahead and plant here. You're gonna move your elbows up. This is gonna feel strange, but this is how we're gonna start. So your chin's on the ground, your elbows are up. We're gonna inhale. Lift your chest. Move your elbows down and bring yourself up. Really pulling your chest through here. Go and come out of that. I'll show you that one more time. It's called Funky Cobra, is I think the name that we've come up with. So again, fingers plant, elbows are up. We're gonna push, your shoulder blades are coming together here. So my shoulders are rolling back. I'm coming up. I'm up into Cobra. I'm gonna move my elbows down. Look how much more space that creates. And inhale. And go ahead and come down. Beautiful. Hands beneath your shoulders. Go ahead and shift back. Take a quick breath in child's pose. Knees together, child's pose, a lot of times traditionally will be open. If you want to keep your knees together though, it's a good stretch for your low back. Here's better for your hips. This is better. You have like something for your back to roll over. Let's just take a quick breath here. Beautiful. So go ahead and come back up. Let's walk our hands forward. Tuck your toes. Spread your hands wide. Bring your knees up. We'll come into down dog. Down dog is such a good pose for everything. I think it's an everything strengthener. Exhale and settle in. You can bend your knees here. This is how I like to get into my first down dog, is to bend my knees really deeply and press my chest to my thighs. Bring my heels up. Bring my hips up, my sit bones up towards the sky. And then start to straighten. So the only thing that's changing is my bottom half. I'm strong and stable everywhere from my low back to my arms. So I find where I want to be there, and then I manipulate with the bottom part. So here I am. Now I'm going to shift forward into plank pose. Roll my shoulders away from my ears. Roll my rhomboids. Igniting my rhomboids to roll my shoulder. My shoulder blades will be coming towards each other on my back. Well, you can feel that this is strengthening. You don't want to be pushed away here because then we're using the wrong muscles. To ignite those rhomboids, roll your shoulder blades back. One more, inhale. Exhale, go ahead and push back down dog. Makes down dog feel like a resting pose. Let's take Dolphin. So come down on your forearms here. So same position as down dog. We're just dropping to our forearms. We want our hands to be parallel. They don't want to be coming in here. They need to be here. If they come in a little bit, if it's just probably going to be a shoulder issue, it's okay. But this is where you want to be. So just know that we're working towards this. So same in your legs as down dog. This is working the upper back. A lot of strength. And still pushing your chest towards your thighs. More inhale and exhale. Go ahead and come back to your knees and sit in child's pose. All right, go ahead and come back up. Go back down dog. You'll be feeling a little bit more stable. Shift forward into plank pose. Take 2 breaths here. Check in with your shoulders. And we're going to roll our feet to the right. Take your left foot on top of your right foot, and we're going to open up to the side. If you know that's not going to work for you today, you go ahead and drop your bottom leg here. So wherever you are, we're either here, you can drop your knee, roll open to the side. So it's still getting all of those back muscles. So you're either here, or we're in plank and we're going to roll to the side of our foot and come into side plank. So wherever you are, Take 3 breaths there. Roll back into plank. Drop your knees. And come into child's pose. Side plank is wonderful for your abs too, as well as your back. And a lot of times you have back pain because you're not using your core, your abdominal muscles, so that a lot of the work that should be going towards your abdominals is actually like overworking your back. So to strengthen both of those at the same time is brilliant. You need both of those working together, so one's not taking over stress. Anyway, enjoy your child's pose. Go ahead and come up, and we'll take that on the other side. So I'll show you what it looks like from the other side. So we'll take down dog. There's 2 variations we can go into. Shift forward to plank, roll your shoulder blades away from your ears onto your back. And exhale. So I'll show you both variations. One, we can drop the left knee, roll the top heel down, and open. Here. All of this is lit up, as well as my core, which is pulling back towards my spine. So this is your work. Stay here. Or if you'd like to try the other version of plank, we're going to roll both of our feet over. Bring your arm up. Go ahead and come back to plank from wherever you were. Drop your knees and come back into child's pose. Good. Go ahead and come forward. Let's shift forward. Keep your shoulders on your back again, of course. Elbows in, and we'll come all the way down. Let's take our hands and clasp them behind our back. We're gonna pull away, so roll your shoulder blades, pull your clasped fist away towards your feet. We're gonna come up in our chest. Go ahead and come up with your feet as well, if that's in your practice today. So let's stay here. You don't want to jerk your neck up. We want to keep that spine straight. One more inhale. Drop your legs. Keep your chest up. Keep that arch in your spine. The back muscle is activated as you place your hands underneath your shoulders and press up into Cobra. And go ahead and come down. And go ahead and release. And let your right cheek fall to the floor. Take a few breaths here. Come back, chin on the floor. We'll take another variation of this. Another little tip is you want to keep whenever we're doing, if you're doing the lifting the legs as well for the full locus, you want to keep your ankles coming together. They want to splay open. It's not getting the same action. I have this problem. I have to remind myself a lot to keep my ankles together. It's working different muscles. So to keep that together, it will make it a little bit harder, but it's a good habit to be into. Anyhow, let's take our arms, clasp them behind our head this time. So inhale, lift your chest, lift your feet, keep your ankles together, spread your elbows wide, and see if on every inhale you can come up a little bit higher. One more. Go ahead and drop your legs if you have them up. Bring your arms around to underneath your shoulders. Press up into Cobra. And way back to your heels here. And take a little camel pose here, which is a good strengthener and a stretcher. And it's really good to open up the front body as well. Because whenever we're talking about the back, you can't really only work the back. That's not the only problem. So to be able to be opening, to strengthening the back, we need to be opening the front as well. So let's come to your knees. You can have something underneath your knees if you're having any pain. And I'll show you a version of Camel that I think really helps. It looks a little strange, but I think it works really well. So come onto your knees. Have the tops of your feet planted into the floor here. It'll be about hips distance apart. So we're going to be coming into camel pose, and that'll look a lot of different ways, but it's going to be opening the front, strengthening the back. So the way I like to do it is we're actually going to stick your butt out. Stick your butt out a little bit. Bring your chest a little bit forward. We're going to bring our elbows, our hands like this, our elbows kind of coming together. So we're going to look like this. So whenever we decide to go back, I already have the arch in my back. You see, I'm already arched. That's the work. That's the arch in my back. So whenever I decide I'm going to go back, all I'm going to do is shift my hips forward instead of creating the arch from here, then creating it. I've already created it. It's already stable. So let's bend at our hips. Stick your butt out. Bend your elbows. Inhale. Start to shift your hips forward. And then we're bending here. So really listen to your body right here. If you have any pain, just stop. But really listen to your body. So it might be here. You can put your hands at the base of your spine. This could be where you go today. Come out whenever you need to. When you come out slowly and bring your head last. Let's try that one more time. We'll go a little bit deeper. So again, bend at your hips. Arms and elbows out. This really helps get you arched in your upper back. So here we are. We're gonna go back. I'm either gonna bring my hands right here for a little bit of support. I can also start to bring my hands down if I'd like. Then you can bring your head back. When I'm ready to come up, place my hands. I slowly start to bend my hips again. Bring my head up, and then I'm back. So this can be, the full position can be an advanced position, but the smaller ones, that's good. It's a really great pose. Just be really aware and listen to your body. Sometimes when you come out as well, you can get a little lightheaded. So come out slowly, and that's another reason not to whip your head up. So, you're arched. Slowly, I'm bringing my head slowly out. So this is camel pose, and it's just a really great pose. So from here, let's go ahead and come back into down dog. It's a good counter pose from the back bend. Just kind of walk that out here. Let's take our right leg up and bring it through between your hands. Come down on your back knee. So you might need to grab your foot and bring it with you. But we'll end up in this position here. If you need a blanket for your knee, you can use a blanket for your knee. You can also do this with your knee up if that's easier for you. But I'm going to show it with the knee down. But just know that's an option. So come here. We're going to kind of scissor our hips together, compacting our hips. And bring your hands to heart center. We're going to take our arms up. Place your left elbow on your right knee, and we're going to twist. Fully activated back here. You can start to come down. This is just different variations on the same theme. So these are just modifications. You can bring your hand down. So just really getting into that low back wherever you are. This is fine. You can just twist. Just find what's good for you here. Go ahead and come back to center. Take our hands, clasp them behind your back. So this is the same position that we did whenever we were laying on our stomachs. So take your hands behind your back here. And again, we're gonna roll our shoulder blades onto our back. And then we're gonna start to drop our hands. So it kind of looks like a little back bend in your back. Keep your elbows bent here. Good, and release. Let's just straighten that front leg. Bring your back foot in and just get a little hamstring stretch here. Inhale and release. Tight hamstrings have a lot to do with back pain. So we might as well greet them here. Good. Go ahead and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift, stretch your spine out, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Good. Let's step back with our other foot here. So step back with your right foot. We'll drop our right knee. And like I said, you can do both of these with your knee up as well. Let's go ahead and come up to center. Square your hips off so it feels like you're compacting your hips together. Take our arms up and over. Right elbow to your left knee and start to twist. Now see, my hands are clasped together here. What I want to do eventually is move my body so that my heart is at the hands. That's the direction we're moving. It's a deep twist. So that's not a today thing, but just know that that's that action where you're going. Okay. Come back around. Take our hands behind. Roll your shoulders back. Bring your clasped hands away. Start to go down towards your knee. You want to keep your elbows a little bit bent, micro bend. It's a little bit of a back bend here. Kind of like Camel, same action. Inhale and exhale. Okay, come forward. Tuck your back toes. Straighten your front leg, and you can walk your back foot in a little bit. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Step forward and come down to your back here. Before we come down to our back, actually, let's come down to Dandasana. So legs straight out. Let's bring our feet coming back towards us. Let's take our hands. You can actually take either way, but I'm going to show it this way. Take our hands facing your feet. So really tall and strong here. Back is already ignited. We're not just sitting here like this. Dandasana, we have our feet coming forward towards us. My knees activated, everything's activated. I'm sitting up tall, straight, my core is in, my back is activated, my shoulders are back. And my hands are gonna plant just a little bit behind my hips here. I'm gonna inhale and exhale. And I'm gonna inhale and start to lift my hips. My hands back a little bit. So I'm gonna lift my hips up. Tilt my head back. And exhale, come down. Big back strengthener here. Just come out and kind of shake it out. This one's hard to hold for very long. So if you want to just take an inhale up, exhale down, you know, and work towards maybe staying up for a couple breaths. So let's do it a couple times and just inhale and exhale. So I guess actually here we'll point our toes because we're going to be coming up on it. So let's go ahead and point our toes here. Inhale, lift up, hips up, head back slowly. Exhale, come down. Bring your head up last, like camel. Good. Inhale, weight in the hands. Head back. Exhale, drop your hips. Bring your head back. Let's do it one more time. Weight in your hips. Come up. Head back. And exhale. Come forward. Good. Let's bring our feet in. Bring the soles of the feet together here. And grab onto your feet and kind of pull your chest forward. And just inhale. Keep your spine straight and just pull your chest down. I don't want any rounding in my spine. So it might just look like you're sitting up. Some days it's like that. But we're not just sitting, we're really activated. So know that you're still working no matter how far up and down you are, if you have everything energized. Good. Go ahead and bring your knees together and we'll extend our legs out. We'll come down onto our back. So slowly kind of roll down here. Bring your knees up, your heels in, so maybe we can touch our heels here. I'm gonna take a couple bridge poses. Roll our shoulder blades onto our back. I want my hands, about right here, my hips, my heels hip width apart. So the same as we just did, on an inhale, I'm gonna lift my hips up. So really it's gonna be the same action as that reverse plank we just did. So on an inhale, here I go, I'm coming up with my hips. My back is activated here. I even want to kind of try to release my glutes and use more of my back. So you can feel, if you're all the way engaged, you can go ahead and use your hand and feel and see if you can let that go and use your low back muscles. And go ahead and release and come down one vertebrae at a time. Then we'll take that again. So inhale, start to lift your hips. And once you're up, if you want to roll your shoulder blades back onto your back to get a little bit higher, you can really press your hips up here. And there, I just released my glutes. Sometimes they just automatically want to work with you. Go ahead and release back down. So there's a big range of variation in the bridge pose, but it's really good for your quads and your low back. So from here, let's take our left leg up and over into a figure 4 position. Let's bring our leg in. Just kind of open up this hamstring again here. Like I said earlier, you can't really work just one area to have a good solution come out of it. Everything works together. Go ahead and release that. Shift your hips, cross your leg over, shift your hips to the left, and let's take a little twist here. Big inhales and twist. Every time you're in a twist, try to breathe even deeper. See if you can challenge yourself to do that. And come back around, and we'll switch legs. So right leg is figure forward. And I'll grab either behind or in front and pull in. Give my hip and my hamstring some love. Wonderful. Go ahead and release and cross your leg all the way over. Shift our hips to the right a little bit to keep our spine straight, and then drop to the left and open your gaze up to the right. These twists should feel really good after that back work. Good, and come back to center. Let's take a quick happy baby because it's amazing. So grab the outside, come with your hands inside, grab the outside of your feet. And we'll start to bring your knees down towards the floor. So it'll be about right here. Just like a happy baby. You can kind of go to side here. And see if you can bring your low back to the ground. It wants to come up, but if you can try to think about keeping that down. Good. Go ahead and bring your legs back down. Stretch out. And go ahead and bring your arms up. Let's stretch everything. And then bring everything in and stretch up. Go ahead and rock and roll up to seated here. Wonderful. Well, that was a lot of different back strengthening exercises, and a lot of times they're good to do, you know, with a lot of other things involved, but I wanted to show you singly a lot of different strengthening exercises. So you can use those with other things. You can use that sequence as it is by itself. And really, if one resonated more than the other, you could just take that by itself and do that, you know, for 5 seconds, you know, 3 times in a row or something. But just use that however you want to use it. There's just a lot of information there. So I hope that resonated, and I hope you all are having a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Cole Chance, YOGATX. Inhale, come forward, chin up. Exhale, push back, bring your chin in. It should feel really flowy. You want to be matching your breath with the movement, so it should kind of like you're riding a wave.